everyone. Welcome to the Extra Life bonus episode, Crit Stop. My name is Patrick, and I'm your podcaster and your GM, but today that doesn't mean Game Master. Today, I am your Generosity Manager. I'm joined on this bonus episode by my 5 players, friends, and fellow philanthropists here on the show, Drew, Jabert, Miles, Rebecca, and Tyler. Say hello, everybody.
Hello!
Hello!
Team! Not all at once, it just sounded like a big old mashup.
We're all stacked here in a pile, so we figured we should all talk at once.
We have practiced.
We sounded like huzzah!
We have practiced synchronicity. We are ready to go into the pool and do our synchronized starfindering.
I was very excited making this episode. I'm very excited for people that get to listen to this. A lot of fun stuff in this bonus episode. Can kind of go and do whatever we wanted here. So a lot of freedom. When I found out that Paizo was doing a drive this year for Extra Life, the charity Extra Life, it was right around when we had started Cosmic Crit, and we had this immediate built-in audience of folks that were really interested in all things Starfinder and everything from Paizo. So I was very excited to be able to use that and reach out and try to get them some help, because we were really enjoying Starfinder. So it's nice to help out Paizo in their drive. And if you're listening...
Not only them, but also the Children's Miracle Network of Hospital.
Children's Miracle Network. If you donated, or if you want to donate, you can pick any local hospital in the network and donate to it. I think Paizo has picked one outside of Seattle. I picked one here, hometown Boston. So it's all across the North America. So I think it goes up into Canada as well.
Yeah, I picked one in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And by the way, it goes year round. So even if you're listening to this episode like way after the fact and the drive is no longer happening or whatever, I mean, you can still donate. So anytime.
Anytime. If you are, though, listening to this on or before Saturday, November 4th, 2017, that is the drive day where Paizo and many other, gaming streams and Twitch channels are doing an all-day stream, a 25-hour stream of games and chats about the games. And Paizo's doing it on their Twitch channel. And we will be linking to that on our Twitter feed at Cosmic Crit. And you can definitely, I'm sure, find it on theirs, which is at Paizo.
And if you are listening to this on a device that you have found in an irradiated wasteland of a post-apocalyptic future, we did all we could! But it's up to you now.
We did all we could in this small fundraiser. Okay, so in this episode, we're going to highlight our October First Friday Fan Submission Challenge. And if you missed out on it, I'm sorry, it was awesome. We had so many great submissions. We asked our audience to help us make ad campaigns and commercials that you might hear on Absalom Station, like on their Infosphere radio channels. And like I said, we got some amazing submissions. It was even more successful than our previous First Friday Fan Challenge, which was the Create an NPC Challenge, which I thought people were going to really dig into as well. But we got audio recordings of commercials, which you're going to hear today. We got some scripts that the Cosmic Crit crew here have acted out, and they're a lot of fun. And the commercials... We talked about them all over the course of this month as they were coming in, and we picked 5 of our favorites, and those 5 are winners, and we produced a whole bunch of our favorite runner-ups as well, and you'll hear them alongside a extended Cryptbit side story in this episode, which I'm very excited about. But today, if you're listening to this when it released, this is November 4th, and it's time for the next First Friday Fan Submission Challenge. Miles, what are we doing in November?
So, we were all racking our brains on how to top making commercials and NPCs, and we had so much fun with these, but we realized that level of complexity isn't for everyone. The characters of the Cosmic Crit crew will eventually have enough credits to get their own starship, and that ship's going to need a name. So the next challenge is the Name Our Spaceship Challenge. You can submit as many times as you want on our Twitter with the hashtag First Friday Fan Challenge, or email us at cosmiccrit@gmail.com, or on Facebook. The ones that we like the most will win, and then we're going to look at voting to see which one becomes the name of our ship.
Yeah, and so I thought that would be a fun way to do it. We're taking on all submissions, and then we're going to pick our favorites, and then I figured we'd let people vote and decide what they want the name to be. So we're going to pick, like 5 things that we will generally accept the ship on the podcast. I can tell you what it won't be. It will not be spaceship face spaceship or whatever the internet wants to name boats.
Spaceshipy McSpaceship face.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's hard to say. Spaceshipy McSpaceship face.
If it's named that, it will not be called that.
It could be our new vocal warm up. It'd be great.
Yeah. I feel like the first thing we do is like, okay, you guys have your first ship, spaceshipy mix blah blah blah. Is what would you like to do? We turn on the drift engine and we jump off of it and shoot it straight into the sun. What's our next ship?
Why don't we take it?
We're going back to Absalom Station, and I'm getting a paint job.
That was your only ship. I'm so sorry.
Oh no! I guess we're just gonna have to use Uber.
Did we not? Space Uber.
Boober.
Lift off.
Right, so that's the November challenge.
Ooh.
Get them in.
Yeah, you wanted to step all over my good lift joke.
Oh, I didn't hear it. What was your good spaceship joke?
I said lift off would be the service for the ride sharing.
Yeah, pretty good.
Brilliant.
It's
Pretty good.
See, you're laughing. It's good.
Oh boy.
You're laughing. We're laughing. We're having fun.
All right. So the other part of this episode that we get to do, I'm very excited about, is send out thank yous to everyone that helped make this episode possible, whether through your submissions, your donations, or just being really nice to us on Twitter. We appreciate that. In general, we said that if you donated just $5 to the campaign, we're going to throw a shout out to you, and we're going to do that right now.
Oh yes, I get to start it off. First up is Alexis Geiger. They donated saying things are tight this month, but I had to give something. Love the show and what you're trying to do here. Alexis, thank you so much for supporting the show, listening in, being awesome, and donating.
Yeah. Heeding the call when we're posting up on Twitter. We appreciate it, and we thank you very much.
Specs AK, thank you so much for your donation and helping us out and helping out the Children's Miracle Network. Get them!
That was specifically donated towards Knack, right? the get 'em comment.
Yeah.
Does that give you a +1 to donations?
I hope.
+1 to target a specific charity. Another shout out to a super fan with a great donation. Thank you, Reagan Coleman. We really appreciate it. We thanks for listening, for supporting us online, and thanks for the donation.
Yeah, I'm giving a shout out to Awesomeness Dude, who shot some cash over to my donation page, and I believe he's from the Never Split the Party podcast, and that guy is a real cool dude. They got a great stream over there. Thank you so much, Awesomeness Dude. I really appreciate that.
Oh boy. Speaking of them, Miles.
Yeah, so speaking of the Never Split the Party podcast, which I love that we got some podcast solidarity going on with this campaign. They threw over...
There were a few others that set up campaigns as well. I was really happy to hear about that.
Yeah, and they threw over a great donation. So make sure to check out our favorite Starfinder stream on Twitch at go.twitch.tv/neversplittheparty.
Yeah, I think they are Tuesday nights when I'm still at work, which is unfortunate. But for most other people, you'll probably out. I want to say 8:30 EST. Does that sound right?
I think it's 8:30.
Yeah, check them out. We'll have a link into the description for sure.
I've been late to it a few times.
They're a lot of fun. Really cool.
Another quick shout out, a thank you for a donation from Thrills Not Frills. Thrills Not Frills, a third-party publisher that donated. They're coming out with some stuff, I think, on online. Thrills Not Frills. Thanks so much for your donation.
I would like to thank, last but not least, certainly not least, Brandon, who donated to Alindra's page. And thank you so much, Brandon. And I wanted to give a shout-out to Brandon's book that is only 99 cents on Kindle. It is called Joshua Kanton's Awakening, a novel about waking up with a superpower. And I have to say, that sounds awesome. I might, after this, go and spend 99 cents on Kindle. so I can read that
Yeah.
book. So thank you so much for the donation, Brandon.
Totally worth it. One of my favorite books started out as a author just selling it themselves on Amazon, and that was Andy Weir's The Martian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
there you
didn't
go.
know that.
Book 2015, I believe, is the one.
What
They
do I
got-
know?
Yeah, but in addition to that, I would just want to thank people that are supporting the drive. And if you're listening to this, like I said, on November 4th, you can keep doing that on Games Day, where Paizo is streaming. If you like this episode, just go and throw a few more ham bones at you, and we'll thank you on a future episode. It might be a bit late for this one since it's recorded and edited. But like I said, there's still plenty of chances after the stream day is over to donate, and all the money goes to help children's hospitals, pay for expenses, pay for procedures, surgeries, and every dollar is super helpful. In addition to them, this episode is probably would not have been as awesome as it is if it weren't for the Starfinder players, fans, and listeners of our podcast here, and people that submitted to our first Friday fan challenge. So in no particular order, let's go through this list.
Hefty Up Top, Thomas G, Righteous Gamer, Caleb G, First Chaos, and Rob F from across the pond.
Oh, we love Rob F. Thank you so much.
Mr. T's floating head, Randall Finn.
Hold on.
Yeah, take that again. Take it
That's such a good one. We got a submission from Mr. T's floating head.
It was a good submission. It was a good submission.
Oh yeah, no, that was good. All right, keep going.
I didn't mean to chortle during Hefty Up Top. I just I thought I didn't know it was I didn't realize up top was two words, and as soon as he said it, I was like, I get it.
It's hefty
Yeah,
up top from the Manchester up tops.
Exactly. I was like, who would name their kid Hefty? That's mean.
Better than Wimpy, Wimpy, Wimpy. Hefty, hefty, hefty. All right, keep going.
Okay. Mr. T's floating head, Randall Finn, Hazel Tade, Joe T, Matthew B, and James.
Eric S, Thomas M, Simeon, Paul J, our good friend Cameron B, and Wraithguard.
GM Mac Shack, Zet, Magic A, The Cursor, Shinigami02, and Jason K.
And a special thanks to Donald G, Caleb and Christian T, and Bruce and Patricia P, who wrote and recorded some great commercials.
And finally, the Defiant, H. Walsh, I'm hiding in your closet, and Bramble Knight.
Creepy. We also had some last minute submissions from people. If we didn't get your name in, we will try to thank you in the notes or in a future episode, but we just got a couple great recordings from B. Phillips. So thank you, B. Phillips, and thank you everyone that submitted. This episode is going to be awesome because of you guys. We really did
awesome
not
people.
do that much work on this one.
I have to say, I had a really bad day one day this month in October at some point, and I went and listened to a bunch of these commercials that were submitted, like audio commercials.
Pretty amazing.
Oh my gosh, it cheered me up immediately. They're awesome.
So many of them came in. Either you guys wrote them or you recorded them yourselves, and I was just consuming them and wow, this is so much better than anything we could have made.
Oh, absolutely.
Some of you guys should be
100%.
making your own Starfinder comedy podcast is what I'm trying to say. Great. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the episode. Let's get into some of these extra bits in our bonus episode, Crit Stop.
The Crit Stop will commence after a few short messages from our sponsors.
Is that snack craving still interrupting your busy maintenance routine? Does your stomach growl louder than the plasma drive? Satisfy with something different. Slingers! They start off crunchy, dissolve to liquid, and phase shift to gum, all with different flavors. Take your mouth on an out-of-control flight with Slingers. Now just 17 credits a bag. Warning. Slinger's liquid form is corrosive to Sheeran digestive tracts.
Coming soon to Absalon TV, the hilarious sitcom of the year. He's a mild-mannered accountant from Absalon, and she's a best commando. Their worlds are united in treaty, and now, matrimony? Watch the hilarious hijinks and low jinks on Cold and Calculating.
Spend a very special evening with the fine folks of the Hemisphere Theatorium in the eye of Absalom Station as we present the Castrovel Symphonic Orchestra. First, enjoy a light meal with a complimentary glass of the finest Castrovelian vino. Then, watch in awe as the Theatorium transforms into a full concert hall. Enjoy a musical journey as Maestro Vic Fontaine and the Castrovel Symphonic Orchestra transform your senses. Sit back and close your eye analogs as you are transported to the serene wilds of the Pat's most beautiful planet. Then put your parents to bed as we transform the place into the hottest nightclub pre- or post-gap. Enjoy drink and Atmos specials all night long as DJ Maestro kicks this party up to 11.
Brand new banger.
Ever get weird on the dance floor with creatures from the vast? How about another plane entirely? All this and more in the Hemisphere After Party. You don't want to miss the night your friends are going to be talking about for ages. See you there.
Hey explorers, are you planning on seeking out new worlds and new civilizations? Are you planning to boldly go? Let's get real. You're an explorer. You need gear, not idealistic dreams of space utopia. We at Galarian Expeditions Outfitters have that gear. All your exploring needs in one place. Thermal tents for those icy cold worlds? Got 'em. Meal packs with flavor? Got 'em. Multi-phase scanners? Got those too. We are here to make your exploration easier. This week we have uniforms on sale so your whole crew can look unified for just a few credits each. So head on down to level 37 to the GEO warehouse. Uniforms come only in red. Side effects of uniforms include death by vaporization, voodoo magic, lightning strike, rapid aging, exploding rocks, poison fruit, being found appetizing to local flora and fauna, and being turned into a styrofoam dodecahedron. If you find any of these side effects occurring, please contact your commanding officer. Hurry on down before they're all gone.
Crit bit commencing in 3, 2, 1. Crit bit initiated.
We are back for another crit bit in a little side story entitled A Disturbance in the Cycle. This is going to be a story for Alindra, so first let me introduce her player, Rebecca. How are we doing tonight, Rebecca?
Pretty good. I'm excited to meet some Solarians.
yeah, no, both you, I think, and Alindra are of the same mind on that one.
Yeah. She and I are pretty much the same person.
When we are getting to the story, this is after the fight with Ronina Dawes in the Fusion Queen. You've just summoned this positive energy in the universe inside your body, and you let out this massive fiery pulse of photon energy in the form of the supernova, and kill that Vesk bodyguard. Poor, what we call him, Hatchbuster, the Vesk bodyguard. So yeah, and then you drove your energy weapon through the heart of the Queen of the Downside Kings, and your character, Alindra, she still feels the weight of using these powers in that manner, both as like a physical toll on her body, but there's also a mental strain that goes along with it as well. So after you've broken away from the rest of the party, after the you guys have a little bit of time to yourselves to rest and recuperate, you said in a previous episode, that you are looking, now that you're a Starfinder, you want to see if you can use the Society's resources to look into your powers and how they're related to being a Solarian.
Yeah, right? Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So if you do go back to your contacts in the Lore Spire complex, one of the liaisons there at the front desk hooks you up, gives you an address in the eye, right in the middle of Jatembe Park. which is kind of like, this massive green zone inside a habitat, like this massive enclosure in the middle of Absalom Station. And when you get there, you find a small open-air pagoda enshrouded in thick gnarled trees that are alien to the Pact Worlds. The branches seem to grow and sway in ways that defy the artificial gravity of the station. In the middle of the pagoda stands a Kasathan woman, perched on one leg, her arms slowly rotating around her body like planets circling around a distant star. She wears the simple martial training robes of her people, a Starfinder Society pin upon her synth-woven belt, and there is a small silver plate over her mouth, covering up her mouth. What do you want to do?
I approach.
Mm-hmm. Her eyes are closed, but as you get close to her, she seems to sense you, and says, "You have not come to seek answers, at least not to learn answers. Answers, you have too many answers to all the questions of our reality. What burns in the heart of a star? What resides in the heart of dark space? Scientists have these answers. All things unknowable are, by definition, knowable in the end. And so, I say to you, Lashunta girl, be on your way. I have no need to answer your questions when they have already been answered elsewhere."
Can you tell me then what the questions are?
While I cannot provide answers to your questions, nor questions for these answers, I can still provide aid. What is it that you seek?
I'm speechless. I've waited for a long time to meet another Solarian.
And you got Yoda here.
I know, I'm intimidated. I feel like I'm a part of something larger than myself, but I don't know how to tap into that. Do you have recommendations on how to find my place in this universe, in this community?
Did you come here thinking I would have the answer to your place in the universe? Is that what you expected to get from this conversation?
Perhaps you can give me some ideas of how to proceed upon that path.
If you want my guidance, if you want help, you must first help yourself. She strikes up a defensive pose with her arms in kind of a striking motion and says, "You must first hit me. Release your energy and try and cut me with your blade." And we need to do an initiative roll right now. Whoop, whoop.
Oh no.
We will return to the action after a few more short messages from our sponsors.
Attention all sentient beings! Attention all sentient beings! This 4th day, prepare to have your eyes, ears, and vestigial sensory appendages obliterated! Lickle Finnegan's Starship Overhaul and the Akatonian Embassy are proud to present Mega Monstercraft Mayhem! Only at the Stardust Memorial Arena, featuring all your favorite craft, including Tazdingo Taserface, Devil Drop, and the current champion craft from EOX, Bone Town! Don't miss out on seeing the Smash 'em Mayhem! As well as Fogtown's 5th annual Hard Gases Dehydrated Jerky Festival. Tickets start at only 15 creds and can be picked up on Ticksticker or at any Sharon Joe's Fried Fowl eatery on the station. The first 300 beings through the gate receive a Fogtown Aromatic Ale for free! Forte! 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 Be there!
Do your friends call you intuitive? Do you know what someone is going to say even before they say it? Do you ever get a feeling about someone without even meeting them? Then you may have psionic potential, and the Psionic Opportunities Office can turn that potential into a full-blown career. We will conduct a small test that will confirm whether or not you have the basic psionic potential necessary to work with the Psionic Opportunities Office. In a moment, most of you will hear silence. But those of you with psionic potential will hear a thought message that will indicate your future as a psionic. We will switch over to psionic broadcasting in 3, 2, 1. If you are hearing this, you are sensing it on a psionic level. Don't react. Act as if you don't hear anything. Clearly, you have tremendous psionic abilities, but others will want to pretend that they have it too. The Psionic Opportunities Office is only interested in true psionics. We don't want posers and other wannabes like them. We want you. We will now switch back to audio transmitting in 3, 2, 1. We apologize to the majority of you who heard silence. But for those who sensed our message, don't delay. Contact the Psionic Opportunities Office as soon as possible to begin your future in the wonderful world of psionics. Lashunta and Sheeran instructors are waiting to work with you now. Results not typical. The POO does not guarantee development of psionic abilities.
Coming to the historic Absalom Theater for 1 week and 1 week only, it's the galactic sensation that has been sweeping the quadrant, Galarian the Musical. I am the god Erodent, the lord of the humans, my destiny soon comes to me. Order your tickets today.
What is up, Lateral Nation of Absalom Station? This is your boy, Brand Lateral, Packed World's Hoverball League champion, and when I'm on Absalom, I don't go anywhere else but Gilroy's Extreme Sports Gear and Tours for my equipment needs. Gilroy only stocks the best equipment from Nova Hop brands, Nebula, Bretural, Slamware, Cockroach, Undertow, and more. And Gilroy's fiber optic fashionista, LaShawn 46, will make sure you look sharp in it. When I want that sweet custom art on my hoverboard, Turlo Tuvari always brings airbrush attitude for your deck. And when you've got your gear, let the Gilroy's team make you the ultimate extreme sports holiday experience. Go canyon jumping on Kanton, ride the ultimate thermals in the Burning Mother, try some meteor motocross in the Diasporan Asteroids, do a re-entry kite surf drop on Verces, and then why not vacuum abseil your ship's hull in the Drift on the way home? Drop the code YABOYBRAND at the checkout to get 10 credits off any in-store purchase of 100 credits or more. This is Brand Lateral, and Gilroy's Extreme Sports Gear and Tours is my favorite store on Absalom Station.
Today's Absalom News has been brought to you by Droko's Doshko Dojo, now open on level 19. Authentic Vest battle training, direct from the Veskarian. Practice your martial arts at Droko's Doshko Dojo. Hard to say, harder to survive.
And now we return to the crit stop, already in progress.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Initiative roll time.
Okay, so I rolled a 9.
Okay, and you have a plus what?
Well, I rolled a 5 and I got a
5 plus. Okay, so yeah, she manifests 4 small, bright red, pretty wickedly curved energy daggers in all of her hands, and she darts in and out around you first, coming in, and they flicker and fly almost faster than your eye can perceive. And so she seemed to be coming in really close. None of them seem to hit you. What would you like to do?
I'd like to pull forth my solar weapon from my moat. Okay.
Yep, so you've got a sword of your blade is blue, is that correct?
Yes.
Your energy sword. Cool. And you're gonna try and cut her?
Can I cut the daggers? I mean, I can't cut daggers, can I?
No. I mean, you can, unfortunately, I don't know if you can even disarm all of them if you tried that action. But she was asking you to strike her.
It's true. Sure, I'll hit her.
You can try and pull a punch as well, but first you need a hit.
No, I will definitely use my solar weapon. Oh, and I rolled a 1. Lovely.
A natural 1. So yeah, you stumble forward after her deft attacks on you. That looks like, water flowing, like this beautiful dance. You can't catch your feet on the ground, and she darts around the backside of you, and her blades are just flicking all over the place. And she says,
Clumsy attacks lead to an early cremation. Learn to act fast and think faster. Try again.
She lets you get back to your feet, and you can try another attack if you'd like.
So Alendra takes a moment to take in a deep breath and close her eyes and try to center.
There is no spoon. So this is what's happening.
What?
There is no spoon?
There is no spoon.
Yeah, you take the red pill and you're going down the rabbit hole. Matrix reference.
I haven't seen that movie since about 1999. So, okay. So can I go toward photon attunement right now?
Yeah, if that's what you want to do, go for it. All right,
I'm gonna do that. So I am. I guess I missed my chance the first time around, but I'm 1 point toward photon attunement now. Centered, and I'm going to attempt a melee attack again. And this time I rolled a 2. Plus 4.
It's twice as good as your previous roll.
Wow,
yeah, so
Alendra is really making
This couldn't have gone better. Her daggers are just dancing all over you. They're just hovering inches from your face, it feels like. And she's cutting in and out, and she says,
You must succeed where others have failed. Strike with quickness. Defend with pure mind. Unleash when all forces are balanced. Try again.
Okay. One more toward photon attunement. Going to attempt this again. Deep breath. And I rolled a 12 plus 4, so 16.
Ooh, thank goodness. Yeah, so just the tip of your solar weapon scratches right across one of her arms, and she immediately kind of stops dancing and pulls back and says,
Enough! I have tasted of your blade, and I am sated. Come and drink with me.
She leads you to the back of the pagoda where there's a small fountain. It stands underneath the shade of one of these trees, and she dips into it 2 small quartz glasses and hands one of them to you, and she furtively sips through a straw underneath her mask. And she drains her glass before she says anything.
Alendra does the same and drains hers.
I am she that is known as Zentira, second daughter of the House Malask of the Tukasha clan, Solarian and Starfinder, seeker of that which is true in these worlds. Who are you, Lashunta?
I am Alendra Valis, also a member of the Starfinder Society.
Oh, okay, that's it. That's that one thing. Got it. I am pleased to make your acquaintance. I have brought many such of yourself to this place and tested you. Drawn on your resolve and let my blade drink of your flesh. Those will heal by tomorrow.
She motions down to your arms, and crisscrossing across your flesh are several dozen fine cuts, the length of her small daggers. And she seemed to have been hitting you the entire time that she was fighting, but it doesn't, they don't hurt. You took no damage. They just are like house cat scratches, like teeny little scratches across your skin.
You did not believe that you were cut until I told you, though the wounds still existed. Such is the way of knowledge. You will not gain answers until you are able to sense the correct questions.
How does one go about finding the questions?
She does not answer your question. She seems kind of lost in thought. She's looking around you and says,
This place is a recreation of the traditional Kasathan fighting court. My people have trained in squares such as these, always under the desert stars, for longer than our poets can form letters into words. And I now pass on the traditions of my people and my past world onto those of these worlds. I can tell you that you have trained you with a representation of your energy blade before. Am I correct? You are a trained swords fighter?
My mother was a swordsman.
And you have the gift of the Solarian. You know then of our way? You know the way of the Kasath? The followers of the cycle?
Not much. I've tried to do all the reading that I can, but I've been starved for research materials.
We will return to the action after a few more short messages from our sponsors.
Were you caught in the blast of a horrific junk bike explosion? Are you an android fighting for your God's given rights? Has your cybernetic implant become infected, leading to sepsis, disfigurement, or even involuntary reamputation? Call Reynolds and Reynolds, space lawyers. We don't just obit your case. We stellar rush at it like a meteor shower until we get you the credits you deserve. Call now.
Brewmaster Rail presents Real Galactic Heroes. Real Galactic Heroes. Today we salute you, point person for the adventuring party.
Point person for the adventuring party!
Without you, we'd be forced to do the unthinkable, put our own lives at risk by venturing into the unknown.
I ain't going in there!
But you forge on ahead.
Better you than me!
When the party encounters Akatas, you're the one they sink their teeth into.
You've got 'em in you!
You didn't put any points into perception because you know leader doesn't start with perk. It starts with lead.
You're full of bullets!
So crack open an ice-cold Brewmaster Ale, you selfless guardian of your allies. You've earned it.
Point person for the adventuring party!
Brewmaster Ale, Red District, Absalom Station. Please drink responsibly.
Parents of Absalom, are you tired of rambunctious children?
I want a space pony!
And moody teens?
I want to destroy the bourgeoisie and redistribute the wealth!
Then you need Silent Socks, the great new way not to hear what your kids say. Stick the Silent Socks on your little angels and they'll do a lot less talking and a lot more staring at the wall until you take them off. Guaranteed. Don't believe me? Ask the kids. See what I mean? Not only that, but they come in 3 cool colors: pink, blue, and entropy. All they cost is 1 precious memory of a dead loved one, and if you order now, you'll get a toothpick, free, plus shipping and handling.
Silent Socks are being released as a way to test new military technology. Every time you use Silent Socks on your child on an undiscovered planet dies. Violent retribution from Silent Socks victims after use, highly likely.
So get your Silent Socks today. Do it.
Adamantine Maiden is back with a new album. Rock out with such pulse-pounding hits as Smoke Grenades on the Water, The Sound of Science Checks. Welcome to the forest terrain. The Envoys are back in town. Thunder Fusion struck. Touring in Absalom Station now.
What's up? This is your boy Bran Lateral, Pact World's Hoverball League champion, and I'm bringing the Lateral Motion Extreme Sports Spectacular back to Absalom Station for AG314. We're bringing the biggest names in near space for some high-risk entertainment. Team Nitro are back with guest rider Julie Rentrax for some old-school, ethanol-powered, eardrum-bursting motocross. Everybody's favorite, the Injury Ninjas, will make you laugh and wince as they put the stick back in a slapstick. Don't you dare miss the Sal Roja Academy stunt mages as they conjure their awe-inspiring fusion of the planes. And me, your Galaxy MC, getting awesome air with some of the best hoverboard tricksters in the Pact Worlds. Death-defying? Hey, we don't have a full medical staff and 5 priests of Sarenrae on permanent payroll for laughs. The Lateral Motion Extreme Sports Spectacular, 12th to the 25th of Herodes in the Marox Mora Arena in the Eye. Tickets at all authorized vendors. Get in quick or you'll be sick. Lateral out!
And now we return to the crit stop. Already in progress.
Do you want to give me a culture check to see what you do know of what she's talking about?
Sure.
And we'll fill in the gaps for the listeners if they don't know what we're talking about either.
All right, so I rolled a 16.
Yeah.
And you said culture?
Yep, culture. So you're pretty good there, right?
Just a 1. So 17.
17. Yeah, so with that, you probably have read a good deal on the Kasothans. They came from a desert planet outside the Pact Worlds on a colony ship, and they brought with them this tradition of the Solarian, those who were able to kind of tap into these raw powers of the universe. And one of their philosophical texts is described as the cycle. And she goes on to explain a little bit about that. She says,
"The cycle has been taught for 1,000 generations. Before we could boil the Harkree root, before we could mount the Igaru, our people taught the cycle. The wheel turned as elders died and the young ones were born. It is felt in all frames of nature, to the season's rebirth, to that which drives us, the churning death and rebirth of the stars. In time, the only two truths that matter are all things end and all things begin anew, and in time each will balance upon the scale of life. Alindra, how is it you think your life came to be?"
I always assumed that I was born to my parents and birds and bees and all that.
Yes, we know of your euphemism. For you to exist, not to be born, but to exist in this world, an equal amount of death was required. Within you, both the energies of the waxing and waning star exist, and your job, as well as mine as guardian of that power, is to ensure that neither becomes a disturbance of the other. For when, as a guardian, you let the scales of the universe tip, all things go the way of the end times.
She grabs your hand and inspects the tattoo on your arm and says,
"Subcutaneous artificial pigmentation. In your culture, is this symbol of some great import?"
Only to me. It's my own invention. It's a constellation that I identified when I was a very young child. I call it the Gateway.
Her brow furrows and she says,
"It looks imbalanced, incomplete."
She releases your hand and steps back and kind of shakes her head a little bit.
"The energy inside you, it does not rest. It churns with an emotion, a purpose. I have not sensed a force such as yours outside of those within my own kind in quite some time. It is a dangerous amount of power for one such as yourself to wield."
I honestly don't know where it came from, and that's part of what I want to find out is why this happened to me. Why me? It came on so suddenly. I was just looking at the stars one night, and it was like I was filled with this energy and this power, and I don't know what to do with it. I want to use it for good and to contribute in some way, but I just don't know what it is or how to use it properly.
Good and evil are concepts of the mind. They do not weigh into your role as guardian of balance. I will say that the tradition of the Solarian, for some, it is innate. They are born into it, they are raised in it, or they develop it at a later date. Some study the powers their entire lives and only get a taste. It is indeterminable where your power came from, but with research, you might be able to find out more. For now, though, our paths have crossed, and I sense that you will not heed my warnings this day, even if I were to give them to you. That of not endangering yourselves or others by wielding this energy at all.
We will return to the action after a few more short messages from our sponsors.
Wouldn't it be nice to know what your boyfriend, wife, host, or non-committal mating partner are really thinking? Hi, I'm Igzaronlarol, though I often go by my popular nickname, Giant Floating Brian. If you want to look into the minds of your loved ones or tolerated ones, come on down to basement level 700, block CX7, door 7, the one with the curtains and vaguely exotic knickknacks, where I will show you how to open your N+1th eye.
Program length and rates may vary by species and psychic aptitude. No guarantee of success or survival.
19 credits. That's right, 19 credits. Get your starship repaired for only 19 credits. Dent in the hull? 19 credits. Environmental controls stuck on sub-zero? 19 credits. Lost your engine in the diaspora? 19 credits. Fly, haul, drag, tow, push, or float your ship into Big Earl's Starship Repair, where every job is only 19 credits. All makes and models. Death's Head Necroglider, 19 credits. Hidaran Void Runner, 19 credits. Starhive Drone Mark III, 19 credits. We have top technomancers and mechanics to handle any job from anywhere. Coming in from Castrovel, 19 credits. Limping in from Lubara, 19 credits. Drifting in from Digox 4, 19 credits. Now I know what you're thinking. 19 credits? That's too good to be true. You're telling yourself, I can't believe it. Well, guess what? We can't either. But it's true. 19 credits is the price for any repair of any starship here at Big Earl Starship Repair. Listen to one of our satisfied customers.
My Star Wasp was a mess. The shielding went down halfway through the Dipsporia, and by the time we got pulled into Absalon Station, I thought it was the final trip. But Big Earl fixed her up almost as good as new, and he only charged me 19 credits plus.
That's right, only 19 credits, and as good as new. So don't delay, hurry in today. 19 credits price point does not include parts or labor.
To license it.
Hey, you don't look so good. You feeling alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just wish I wasn't so willing to perform random acts of heroism for every person who gave me a quest. It's exhausting, and nobody seems to notice my pain. Why can't I just not care about others?
You should talk to your doctor about prescription strength Crulestra. I was saving orphans like 3 times a day, and Crulestra helped me get that under control. Now, I barely save anyone. Today I saw a halfling getting beat up, and I didn't even stop.
Wow! I should really talk to my doctor today. Thanks, buddy.
Don't thank me. I no longer care enough about you to consider you a friend. I'm just doing this because they pay me. That's the power of Crulestra.
Crulestra is not for everyone. Do not take Crulestra if you are currently using any holy weapon fusions, as it may cause an unsafe reaction. Talk to your doctor if you feel new or worsening homicidal rages. If you experience a murder spree lasting 4 hours or more, seek immediate legal representation. Side effects of Crulestra include tiredness, loss of appetite, shrieking, existential terror, and soul-tearing agony. In rare cases, users of Crulestra have reported summoning world-eating horrors from beyond space and time. Do not operate heavy weaponry until you know how Crulestra will affect you. Crulestra. Sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind.
Tired of pesky adventurers murdering your subordinates or friends? Can't seem to successfully pull off a great heist, a backhanded deal, or pulling a fast one on an unsuspecting victim? Well, worry no longer with my new product, Killer Be Gone. Hi, my name is Rory Omri, God of Onsalis III, and I am here to help your nefarious, clandestine, or shady business able to proceed without any further delays. With my new product, Killer Be Gone, you will no longer have issues with hapless, wandering, murder-filled security, or adventurers that can really mess up your plans. Killer Be Gone is an aerosol can filled with repellent made for any dire situation. Spray Killer Be Gone near the eyes, nose, or mouth for instant effect. Make them flee in terror, or cry in agony for hours. With just 5 simple payments of 25 credits, you can own your first can of Killer Be Gone. Killer Be Gone may or may not have adverse, unpredictable side effects like sneezing, nausea, massive headaches, diarrhea, and other extremely harmful conditions. Avoid use on vets as it will increase their ability to kill you or your subordinates. Killer Be Gone and Killer Be Gone products and manufacturers are not liable for any injuries, damage, or death caused to the use of this product. Killer Be Gone is not refundable and is not intended for individual resale. Please use responsibly.
Life on Absalom Station is busy, and it's hard to find that one being that you feel at home with, even when drifting through the blackness of space. If you feel like you're ready to find someone to share your life with, but don't have the time to scour the seemingly endless population of the pack worlds, you need Astral Connections. Astral Connections. Astral Connections uses recently declassified weaponized AI to aggressively match you with the sentient being that will complete you. No more blind dates with beings not in your visible spectrum. Astral Connections only needs a few data points about your personal life to match your romance data file with its exhaustive and dubiously legal database of any sentient being or Class C or higher artificial intelligence that's ever passed through a scanner gate. It's time for you to find your future. Make an Astral Connection today.
And now we return to the crit stop, already in progress.
Can I do something really risky?
Oh boy, that's always scary when a player asks that. What do you want to say?
Can I detect her thoughts?
Yeah, so you're using the Lashunta ability and detect surface thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're looking like kind of the surface of her mind for what exactly he's thinking. You don't get any clear thoughts, but you do pick up on just kind of her senses are very heightened. She seems to be very alert, maybe a little bit scared. What do you want to do?
Is there any advice that you can give me of where I might continue my studies into Solarians?
Yeah, so the Jitembe Park does have a full view of the stars in the, above the dome enclosure above it. And she just kind of gestures upwards and outwards out there, and she says, "That is where you will find all the answers. But where you discover the questions that you would like asked," and she taps on your chest. She says, "That comes from within. I shall wait until we meet next, when our paths cross again. Then, when you know the questions well of which you seek, perhaps at that time, I will have the answers, perhaps not. But what we will know will form a balance in that time. Perhaps the pupil will become the instructor, and the seasons reverse. It is written and it is known. Fare thee well, Alindra Valis. Until next time."
Thank you. Alindra does an awkward bow.
Like you do. Yeah, so that is that little scene. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't think I answered any question.
Well, you kept saying you couldn't answer any questions.
Aha. Well, it's kind of one of those things. You got to take it on faith. And maybe another 100 episodes of the show before all the questions and the answers come alive. Thanks so much for doing this. This was fun. I enjoyed. This is something that I think you said your character wanted to do from day one.
Yeah, although I continue to be intimidated by Solarians and the whole concept. So
careful what you ask for.
Yeah. Okay.
There might be some more Solarians in the adventure path ahead. Who knows? I've only got book 1. But I can't wait to find out a little bit more about them. They're probably my favorite class in Starfinder. So you're rest assured we're going to get a little bit more.
All right.
And that's going to do it for this Crit Bit. Thanks so much for sticking around and for listening to Cosmic Crit. Say goodbye, Rebecca.
Goodbye.
Good night.
We will return to the action after a few more short messages from our sponsors.
Having issues keeping your loved ones close in the middle of battle? Are you looking for a way to get rid of unsightly death bugs? Are you constantly worried about being eaten by monsters? Keep the swarm at bay with new Laser X Body Spray. Enough chemicals to make even the sweatiest man smell fresh. Enough insecticide to kill a hive queen. Combine the two into a sickeningly sweet spray of awesome smelling death. Laser X Body Spray, not just for the frontline infantry anymore.
MedTech general warning may cause severe allergies. Side effects may include nausea, heartburn, diarrhea, hives, the mumps, hepatitis G, facial swelling, growth of additional limbs, loss of existing limbs, poor circulation, high blood pressure, spontaneous combustion, and erection lasting more than 4 weeks, death, pre-mortem decay, any active pregnancy, spontaneously polymorphing into goblin babies. Not recommended for use by anyone pregnant, nursing, shearing, associating with shearing, being within 2 miles of shearing, or human, or anyone with more than 2 armpits.
What is happening, Brutaurus fans? It is your host, Ogumog the Smasher, bringing you non-stop Brutaurus action 7 days a week. I know you're all itching to hear the latest updates, so let's get started. The Smasher Boys, the reigning champs in Absalom Station, have been on a bit of a slump recently. The Smasher Boys get smashed by an underdog team from Kanton, the Moro Mutilators. That was something. Now a word from our corporate sponsor. Come to the luxurious Takara Beach Resort and Casino on Castabel, where the system's richest and most fabulous go to see everything. Playing all day and playing even harder at night.
The time has come. The event you have waited all year for is finally here. It is the running of the ghouls. That's right, Absalom Station, Eox's most watched show is back and better than ever. 5 contestants, a pack of hungry ghouls, obstacles, voted on by you, the fans, and a 1,000,000 credit prize to the winner. Now, let's meet our runners.
My name is Tala. I'm a 22-cycle-old medical student from Absalom Station, and I have what it takes to go the distance.
I'm Rex. I'm a corporate courier. I'm as fast as lightning and can strike anywhere.
I'm Angus. I work as an asteroid miner, which means I'm as tough as a whole plating.
I'm Chris. I choose to do this. I choose to do whatever it takes to win.
I'm Frock. What? You don't tell me what to say, I'll rip your arms off! 5 enter, 1 leaves. If the ghouls don't get you, the other contestants will. The running of the ghouls!
Sponsored by Singularity brand cleaning supplies. Clean so well, you'll swear the stain was sucked into a black hole. Absalom Air Radio, Singularity Corp, and Yoxian Gaming Inc. are not responsible or liable for the results of the running of the ghouls. All contestants were advised of the dangerous nature of the event and have signed waivers.
Do you feel an unknown passion, a burning desire to do something great, something daring? Do you look to the stars and wonder, what should I do with these feelings? Look no further than the packed world's finest, the Stewards. Hello, my name's Major Bosson, and I want you to join our ranks. Throughout your service to the Stewards, you will learn the ways of diplomacy, negotiation, and combat, the tools needed to keep peace in our proud system. You will receive weapons training, peacemaking, and peacekeeping strategies. Learn about the culture that resides within the Pact Worlds, and receive top-of-the-line dental and healthcare provided by Abadar Core Metaceuticals Inc. So stand up, with your head held high, your chest puffed out, and go to your nearest recruiter and be part of something greater than yourself.
And now we conclude this great bit with a final thank you to our fans and listeners.
That is going to do it for the Extra Life Crit Stop. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you everyone that donated. We're going to have a couple extra little commercial breaks here at the end. And I want to thank just everyone that's been supporting us for the last couple of months, writing those reviews on iTunes. sending us emails, giving us these amazing fan submissions for these challenges. It's all really kept us going, and it's been a lot of fun. So thank you guys for listening, and I'm going to roll that outro music. Have a good night.
ElevenWheelDrive.com. Voiceover for the entire Sol solar system by Ray Gerard.